Verse 14, Jesus answered, even if I do bear witness about myself, my testimony is true, for I know where I come from and where I'm going, but you do not know where I come from or where I am going. So his answer to that is not to say, I am bearing witness about myself. He is saying, even if I do, right? Because he has given so much proof in earlier chapters concerning who is bearing witness. His deeds, John the Baptist, over there, John is called here in the Gospel of John, the Father. There's a number of things he already gave as witnesses, more than the two, right? And but they said, even if I did bear witness about myself, but I'm not, right? Even if, then still it's true. Why? Because I know who I am, right? I know where I'm coming from, and I know where I'm going, because I know I came from heaven. I know I'm going back there, right? I know this. So I know who I am. Therefore I have true knowledge. And since I have true knowledge, this testimony is true. Because like a person that saw an accident happening in front of their eyes, like they were standing there, they were recording it with a camera, and so they can ask, like the person, like this Indian guy who saw this plane coming down recently, right? He recorded it. It happened in front of his eyes. So he clearly, if he's going to stand in the court of law, what did you see? And he says, I saw this happening, and then that, and then the plane, and then how it's going down, kind of, and say, oh no, you're telling the lie. That's not true. Say, here's a video. This is exactly what I saw. I recorded it here. So, oh no, it's not true. I mean, Boeing might say, no, it's not true. But I mean, we don't know yet who was the guilty party. Anyhow, so that's again not the point. But the point I'm trying to make is, he clearly saw it and he recorded it, so his testimony is going to be true. Now, in Jesus' case, what he's saying is, again, he can say, no, even if, but my testimony is true. Why? Because I know where I'm from. I know where I'm going. So I have knowledge. Like, as good as if I've recorded this and I can show it in 5,000 different phones here or something like that. So yeah, ultimately this is going to speak more about the going and the coming kind of idea, where I'm coming from, where I'm going, and they're not going to understand that. But we'll see it a little bit later. Verse 15, you judge according to the flesh, I judge no one. Okay, it's in the previous chapters as well, Jesus said don't judge on appearances, right? We have spoken a lot about this judgment. I'm not going to speak about the concept of judgment again. But here Jesus is just adding something, okay, or looking at it from a different perspective, like he does so often. So he's saying they are judging, right, according to the flesh, because that is all they have. Sorry, there's just a fly coming here, bothering me. They are judging according to flesh, because they see Jesus, and that is all. And the why according to the flesh, because their deeds comes from the flesh, their sins comes from the flesh, from themselves, and they don't want to. So they are judging the fact that we don't want to get rid of this, so this is how we're going to judge him. Ultimately, what is going to play a role, because we don't want to believe, because our flesh is sinful and our deeds are evil, and so therefore we're going to judge him from that point of view. Okay? Because this is what they have. They're not from heaven. They're not going back to heaven. They're not going to go there ever, Jesus told him. And Jesus said, no, I judge no one. Okay? So, I mean, Jesus has been judging a lot. So, again, Jesus saying, I judge no one. So, therefore, if you judge, you are not wrong. Jesus would not have judged anyone because he said, I judge no one, right? I said this as well a number of times. So the reason kind of why I'm doing this is, and do it verse by verse, is to put everything into perspective, because as Christians, we are so good at these days at clutching to straws here and there, a word here and a word there. So we take this verse, judge according to the flesh, and I judge no one. And you throw the whole context of it out, and we throw the whole story of Jesus out, and we throw the first part of it out, and we just say, I judge no one. Jesus never judged anyone, so you as a Christian are not allowed. So if my pastor raping women all over the place, he's a pastor, he is from God, he's a man of God, you're not allowed to judge him because Jesus would not have judged him. Right? That's nonsense. Okay? But that's how our sermons work these days, unluckily, and that's how we get away. And that's how we as pastors and missionaries teach people And then our members, they think like that, and then they protect evil wolves like that because they don't know the truth, because they don't see it in context. Okay? So Jesus didn't say, I judge no one, and that's like never. He's been judging people all over the place. He's judging them now. I mean, just in this verse, he judged him. He judged them by saying, you judge according to the flesh. That's judgment. Okay? Simple. To then say, I judge no one, and Jesus never judged anyone. He just, in this verse, in the first part of the verse, judged them. Right? So he's speaking of the fact that he knows. Right? He's just saying as is. Okay? He's just saying as is. There's no need for him to judge, because everything that he's saying is already judgment. And that's as simple as it is. Okay, so it's not saying he's never going to judge anyone, because like I said, just in this verse alone already judged them. But just he's saying is that I know who I am. What I'm saying is true. Okay? So therefore, in that sense, I don't need to judge ultimately anyone, because I know what I'm saying is true. Simple. The words ultimately going to judge you.